In today's podcast episode, I'm going to be talking about something pretty terrifying that happened to me on Sunday just gone, and how I worked through the emotions that came up, how I showed my kids how they can do this as well. I'm sharing this to help you. I want this to be something that you can take from to learn how to move past those big emotions when they pop out of nowhere. Hi, I'm Kobe Pollock. I'm a mindset and wellness coach, NLP practitioner, breathwork facilitator, registered nurse, mum of 2 boys, a farm mum, and a woman who burnt out to the point of not wanting to be here anymore. I've since rebuilt my life and created a business that supports other women in doing the same. So what happened on Sunday? Well, my event was happening in the afternoon, my Out of Her Mind Bundaberg Women's event, and I decided that I was going to go to mum and dad's house for a cup of tea in the morning with the kids and just say hi. Now, as we were driving to mum and dad's house, there's a corner right near our house, which is almost like a 90-degree angle. We were going round to the left on the inside, and as I came around that corner, there was a truck, a semi-trailer, bright orange, I will never forget it, that had come over on my side of the road. Fortunately, my sympathetic nervous system kicked in, so this is our fight, flight, freeze, fawn response, kicked in, and I was able to go off to the side of the road, not fall down in the ditch that was right there as well, and manage to get past this truck. Now, as you can imagine, at that time, my nervous system just kicked in. It was that fight, flight, freeze response. Luckily, I managed it at the time. And then afterwards, just as we'd gone around the corner, I was like, fuck, what just happened? We're alive. My God, I nearly died. And I could feel it within my body. My body was tense. I had this intense pressure on my chest. And the way that my nervous system responds to things in the moment, if I'm overwhelmed and there's lots going on, is that I will just start crying. This comes from, as a child, that was my go-to nervous system response. So as a child, I had what they called school phobia, which really was a form of anxiety, where I cried every day of primary school from grade 1 through to grade 5. Yeah, my poor mum, right? And it was a separation anxiety. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to be seen. So I would cry. Now, because I did that so often, and that was my automatic nervous system response, throughout my life, that has continued to be my nervous system response. And you may be able to relate to this, or you may have a different thing that comes up for you. So for your nervous system, maybe you go into fight mode. You get angry, rage happens. Maybe you just freeze, which is not ideal when you're driving around a corner and there is a truck coming right at you. Now, after this had happened and we'd just gone around the corner, I felt this intense weight on my chest. My body was tense and I just felt like I wanted to cry. In the past, I probably would have just kept driving and going, okay, I just need to keep going. I need to get the kids somewhere safe. Like, we'll get to mum and dad's and it'll be okay. That happened, doesn't matter. And it would have sat within my nervous system, waiting to come up at a time where I least expected it. Instead, what I did was I chose to pull over. So I made a decision in the moment. I chose to pull over. I chose to bawl my eyes out, to feel those feelings, to allow them to sit in my body. And I chose to work through them. And when these feelings come up, they never feel great. Though if we can actually process them when we need to, rather than pushing them down in our nervous system, then we will feel so much lighter. They won't come up when we least expect them. And the other great thing about this is that I'm teaching my kids some really great ways to actually be able to deal with their emotions. That emotions are great. They're there for a reason. They're telling us something. Like, these emotions were telling me, oh my God, I just almost died. Thank God I'm alive. Life can change at any moment. And so my kids know that this is what I do to process my emotions. That it's okay to feel those emotions as long as you're not hurting anyone else or yourself in the process. Another way that I feel my emotions is anger. When anger comes up, I will scream. And luckily we live on 40 acres with no neighbors, because sometimes I do just go out in the paddock and I will scream. And it feels so great. to get that out. A silent scream can be really great too. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see me. If you can't see me and you're listening to the podcast, it's just an open mouth as if you were screaming, so you don't let the sound out. It signals to your body that you're getting that frustration out. You can also punch a pillow, punch a punching bag, scream into a pillow. As women especially, we have been conditioned and taught that being angry can be not so great. Like when we're angry, it's not very ladylike. You can't be seen to be angry somewhere. Though if you're letting it out in the right way that is not hurting yourself or anyone else, then it is supporting you. And we need to be doing this more. And teaching our kids that this is what they need to be doing too. Maybe you don't let your emotions out because as a child, you were told, no, don't cry, get over it. Or if you were angry, calm down, stop screaming. All of these things create patterns, unconscious patterns within our mind. And though if we've pushed down our emotions for all of our life, of course our nervous system is going to be overwhelmed, sitting at a really high set point. This is the work that I do with women. We always work on the nervous system first to reduce that set point, to teach you ways to manage your nervous system and bringing in that calm to your life. And then we work with the mindset, those unconscious patterns, and rewiring your patterns so that you can create your best life. So I pulled over to the side of the road after almost hitting this truck. I cried, I let it out, and then I took some deep breaths. Because I could have chosen to stay in that feeling of overwhelm, of sadness, of, oh my fucking God, I nearly died. Or I can choose to shift it. I'd release those emotions. I felt lighter. So I took some deep breaths to come back into my body and out of my mind. Because my mind did start wandering. It started going, oh my God, what if you weren't alert? What if you had just looked at the kids for a moment and not been paying attention to the road? Like then I would have fully received the impact. The kids wouldn't have received a full impact. However, they probably would have, oh my God, and Tommy was at home. How would we have, like, it just goes on and on and on. Your mind can spiral. So coming back to the actual moment, taking some deep breaths to go, okay, worrying about what could have happened is not going to help me. And worrying about what did happen is also not going to help me. So being able to take some deep breaths to come back into my body and create safety within me, to feel safe again, and then to go, okay, let's keep going. Let's go to Nana and Pops and let's have a cup of tea. So the things that I would love for you to take away from this podcast today, from my experience, is firstly, to recognize what's going on for you. If something happens and it triggers something within you, what are you feeling? Recognize it. Take a moment to feel whatever you need to feel. Allow those emotions to come. Let them out and then come back to the moment. Take some deep breaths and get out of your mind and into your body. Because again, worrying about the future or what might have happened or what did happen is only going to cause you more stress and pain. This is one tool that has helped me so much. And the more that you do this, the easier and faster it happens. I'd love to leave you with my slow living philosophy, which will help you, if you use this regularly, to calm your nervous system to a lower set point where you can live every day in a calm state. So S stands for stop. Stop and take 3 deep breaths. Just take a pause. Listen to what L is for listen. Listen to what is happening internally for you. So for me, that was a heaviness in my chest. It was a tightness in my body. I wanted to cry. O is for open and observe. Open up to what's going on around you. Observe what your body needs. And W is wonder, what's that next step that you need to take? Is it to take 3 deep breaths? Is it to speak to someone about what's happened? I hope this has given you some tools to move forwards with. And if you'd like to learn more and go deeper into how you can support your nervous system or rewire those patterns and programs that have been playing out for your life, I'd love to invite you into my 4-week Create Your Calm container. And it's a guided experience for women to really integrate these sorts of things into your life to create true change. If you want to work at a deeper level, please reach out personally and let's talk about how I can help you through coaching. Please like, subscribe, and share so this podcast can get out to the women that really, truly need it. And until next time, slow down, take some deep breaths, and know that you are enough.